Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Elder Trolls Gaming Podcast. I think, whether you're listening or even watching, we've got a pretty good episode. We all have some stuff to talk about. Nasty Nate there seems to think that he has some spicy stuff, so I'm looking forward to hear that. We're all kind of going in this unknown, so let's get to it. Let's show some stuff. We'll get some good discussions going, hopefully. I'm Dandalf the Wise.
And I'm Nasty Nate.
And I am Take It Easy, Jono. And let's get started.
Yes.
So what do we got? We got a clip for the intro clip?
I found a sweet clip that I wanted to watch at the same time as you guys. I don't know if you've seen it, because IGN did post it, and I figured you guys might be a little bit more in touch with IGN's news feed.
I have seen this, but I didn't fully watch it. I kind of just skimmed. So
okay.
So I'll watch the whole thing now.
All right. So this is like an
a
Unreal render. Yeah, an Unreal 5 engine render of a train station in Japan. The lights have just turned off, so they went from day to night. For those of you just
and it's supposed to be creepy. Look at that! Holy shit!
Fucking insane, man! Like I don't know what I'm looking at here. Like
it's insane.
It's unreal. Unreal. It is Unreal Engine 5.
In Real Engine 5.
But it just like it looks real.
It looks
real. It tricks you because
perfectly
you're like,
real.
what am I?
It
looking?
also
Is
looks kind of real because it's like vertical. It looks like someone's filming it. With their phone, with a cell phone.
Yeah,
like
a
it's
really
vertical
high
resolution
phone. But I think the flashlight is such a cool way to demonstrate it, right? Obviously, I mean, when it's nighttime, you can't see anything, but just the way the light's hitting everything. So this is the future of graphics.
I can't believe it. This is bullshit.
I know.
This is bullshit. Not real. You people aren't real.
Like it's something you just have to see to know. It's a very short one. Very short. It's almost done.
Is
but
lit
just the
using lumen.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it says in the description. But just the way the fluorescent lights are hitting like the wet walls. And I don't know. When you look at it, you know that is the future of graphics, and you're staring at something that is officially starting to trick your mind. Like, what is that real? Is it games? You know, is that graphics?
Did you read the comments underneath?
No, I didn't.
This would ruin gaming. If it's so realistic, what's the point of playing a game? Just go outside.
Just go outside.
You play games because they don't look realistic? Lol, what?
Somebody wrote, need a Pokemon RPG built using this. And the guy's like, all the things that can be done with this, and the first thing you want is a Pokemon game. Shake my head. That's true. I agree with that. Like, what? I mean, it would be cool at some point down the line. That's not the first fucking thing I want.
Pokemon games are supposed to be like Pokemon games.
Well, yeah, but imagine a realistic Pokemon game.
Yeah,
just weird.
Like this is... Actually, there's a GIF here somebody posted. Just add her in, I'll shit my pants. And it's like a GIF of like a horror entity, you know, some ghost or whatever. And I feel like this is...
down? Oh, there we go.
Like a couple down. But I feel like this kind of graphics rendering power will really kind of show itself in horror genres. I don't, because of the lighting and the flashlights and the darkness and the shadows and stuff. I know, but it's crazy because if you're gonna jump into horror gaming, now is the time, right? If you for whatever reason you wanted to do that.
What? No thanks.
Red Dead 3 about to be ridiculous. Oh my god, could you imagine?
Red Dead 3.
It's fucking sick. For those of you who want to check that out, who aren't watching, come watch the show. Or just check out this demo of the train station. It's supposed to be called Real World Train Station Echu Daimon Station in Toyama, Japan.
Look at that.
Insane in the membrane.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I did see that. It's pretty fucking wild.
We have a lot to look forward to. I mean, I don't know when we're gonna start seeing those kind of graphics in like the mainstream games we play. It's probably going to be a while just because like now they got to start developing good shit with all those. But
well, you also got to realize that was 3-minute demo where he didn't really move. So,
how long did that take, you think, to render?
They have all the assets. So if he knew what he was doing before, like if he's done this stuff before, probably not long.
It could have been. He could have captured. Or no, I guess.
No, they have all those assets in the.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Unreal 5 thing.
What, the team went to Japan to capture those things?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Are you sure?
Man, they've done so much.
They went around the world doing that. I don't know if they took subway stuff.
Well, these developers could have been Japanese. They could have been right there. Who knows? I don't know where it came from.
If they want their like asset library to be, they have to think of everything, right? Train stations, fucking everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. I mean, that's weird. It's just the lighting. It's what it does. Like, not even the assets.
Yeah, the lighting is huge. Lighting is huge.
Just makes everything look real.
It's everything. That's what makes things look realistic, I find. Every time I've thought about, oh man, this game looks really realistic, it's always the lighting. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not anything else. It's not the models, the textures. Textures, sure, maybe a little bit, but it's always the lighting and the way they interact, it interacts with everything.
Well, for instance, I listened to GGWP's podcast. That's a little gaming podcast I've been tuning into. It's brand new. And they were talking about Minecraft. And so I was like, I'm going to boot up Minecraft with ray tracing and check it out again. So I did. Went into the caves, lit some torches. Man, the lighting makes Minecraft look even amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
PC?
It's just on PC, yeah.
I don't have it on PC. But I do recall... I don't know, wait, I guess I've never
Minecraft,
really I've never really tried it on PC. Because
I never bought it with the ray tracing.
I never bought it.
I think it's in Game Pass now.
So this is like an official Minecraft like graphics enhancement, is what you're saying? I might have missed the beginning of that.
Yeah, so a while ago, whenever RTX cards were coming out, they really demoed Minecraft with the ray tracing, right?
Right.
And there's two versions of Minecraft. There's the Java version, and there's this Windows version. You buy the Windows version with if you have an RTX card, you can turn on the ray tracing, and it looks sick in Minecraft. Just the lighting, how the sun comes through the caves and the windows and the fire and all that stuff. Even on like the blocks, like the shitty blocks, like the lighting is crazy.
The shitty blocks, the shitty graphics.
Yeah, the lighting just makes the game way nicer to look at.
The music is sweet in Minecraft.
Yeah, I love the music too. Yeah,
because like
slow piano music.
It's about time. I mean, I like the idea of Minecraft. I just don't know if I could, without all this stuff. I don't know if I could just sit through all that. You know,
been there, done that. I'm done with it.
3D Mario.
Like, I'm not going to craft a fucking giant world to like Middle Earth to scale or something like that.
Like Davey did. Davey created a base and he played the bass in Minecraft, like this giant floating bass. Fuck, that's hilarious.
I saw someone created a to scale replica of the USS Enterprise.
Yep. Yeah.
And it was just so huge. Just like, wow,
that must take like so long.
Huge.
It is
like
cool.
So long. Is there like a quick way of doing that? Like, are they using like macros or scripting? No, there's something like.
No, I think there's like a creative. There's like servers or a world that you can create just for that kind of stuff, where you start with like the empty world, like the world is empty.
I know, but like building all of that shit, like all of those pieces.
Huh.
Don't know.
Jeez, man. Anyhow. I got something to show you guys. Some funny things. Things. I had Pam find me some gamer tattoos so we could react to them.
God.
I haven't really looked at them yet. So bad.
Drop the link in and we'll have a look.
Oh my God.
Okay.
The Spider-Man.
So the Spider-Man one. We'll look at that one first. Like, what is?
Was he?
Is he pooping out little hearts onto a bug? Is that a spider?
Look at his
That
face.
is like a grade 8 drawing in a
Well,
notebook. That's not even a
maybe-
friggin'.
Maybe
Yeah.
she got her son to draw something and tattoo it on her.
Maybe, but the ones around it look also equally as
Yeah.
bad. Look, is that like the one above it could be like a Pokemon
Snorlax.
of some kind. Yes,
Yeah, looks like a Snorlax.
a Snorlax. And there's something
Snorlax
with a
feet.
tail on the left. There's something with a tail.
Yeah.
Maybe a Mew.
Yeah, they should
Wow.
have done a 360 of this particular person's
Yeah.
limb. That
Anyway,
is
Wow.
bad, man.
that's not really a gaming tattoo, but next one down is the
Well, look
the
at look at the mouth on Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck is that?
That's evil
It's just like an
Spider-Man.
angry
Oh yeah,
mouth.
he's like,
Like-
maybe
okay,
it's
so now we're on Mario.
Mario with
With
his
the crossed eyes.
crossed down eyes. It
This
looks like he
tattoo
did this
looks-
himself. Like
and it
with
looks like
a-
it's been there for 50 years.
That is
like
leg.
super
What-
faded.
What's with the line work? It's missing half the line work. I wonder if it like what the fuck is
I think
wrong
he was
with
tapping
this?
that in himself.
Yeah, it's like he's
Tattoo, just
with the
tapping it in.
hammer.
With
Bing,
the
bing, bing,
hammer,
bing.
the old-fashioned, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And confused as to the
Look at his
mouth.
mouth.
Like, what am I
Yeah.
looking? Is it the mouth
He's-
or is that the mustache not
Oh.
filled in?
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
true. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's the mouth not filled in.
He doesn't have a mustache. This is baby Mario.
Oh,
Is this
okay.
baby Mario?
I don't know. How
Maybe
am I
that's
know?
his
How the
mouth.
fuck am I supposed
And
to know?
it's-
Look at it.
I don't know.
Man, do people not know that these are on there forever and it's a real pain in the ass to get out? Like, who
Yeah, dude.
thinks to do this? Like, I can
I don't
understand.
know.
I can understand really cool tattoos by like good tattoo artists, but like,
Yeah.
don't fucking draw Mario on yourself. Like, look at this shit.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Okay, should we move on to Pac-Man now? This is
Next one.
Pac-Man.
The Pac-Man.
This one's
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah.
I like this one.
I mean,
That
the
one-
colors are nice, and the,
Yeah.
It's far more vivid.
The
So
art
far, this
is
is the best
better.
one we've seen.
the
The least
Yeah.
regrettable
But
one we've seen.
But like,
The
won't the hair
placement.
grow over that? Or no? Or is it scarred now? There's no hair going to grow there. I don't know how that
know.
hair will
That's a-
grow.
That's a good
She'll just
point.
Be
She'll have to
shaving her
keep
head
shaving that.
forever.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't mind this one. This one's pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
I mean,
That's Miss
It's-
Pac-Man.
cool.
It's cool.
But-
Like, I like the colors and the like the
Yeah.
drawing. Like, it's all
Yeah. I
pixelated.
think it's
kinda
Yeah,
just
it's
a
cool.
pixel.
strange
It's kind of like
place
8-bit.
to
That's
put it.
cool. Yeah, very
Just
strange
seems like
place.
a strange place to put
You know what?
it.
You
but
know
I would
where,
be-
where
I
you
would
know
put
where I
this
put
into my
those?
butthole, going into my asshole.
That's why we talk over ourselves, because we try to
Yeah.
beat each other to the fucking jokes we're talking
to the
about.
joke,
We
I know,
Think of
yeah.
the same fucking thing. God damn it.
Miss
Wow,
Pac-Man.
I would not. My brain didn't even go there. These guys came from the same fucking cell. They like split off in the womb.
God damn
All right.
it.
Okay,
Next one.
down. We've
Dwyer?
got some
Is
guy
this
that looks
Dwyer?
like.
Is Dwyer. Whoa, Dwyer plays Fortnite. Wow.
there's the-
He's got something in
just
his
has-
beard too. I don't know. There's like some other tattoo there.
This guy has Fortnite written in a kind of half-assed Fortnite official font in purple above his brow.
Wow.
It's not even filled in or anything.
Well,
It looks like somebody just took a
looks like.
pen and drew on his face.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy's
that-
fully tatted.
He looks like he has that looks like a familiar symbol though by his ear. I don't know what that is. It's not gaming related, but I don't
Underneath
know
his
what
ear?
that is.
Under
no,
his
by
beard.
by his ear.
Oh, in
No,
front?
by his ear, like where his
That's chicken
sideburn
foot.
meets his ear.
the chicken foot.
Must be a
He had
farmer.
he had a chicken and
He's a
it
chicken
died.
farmer. He's
a
a
chicken farmer.
Fortnite playing chicken farmer.
Can't find my checkbook. Hope you don't mind I pay you in change.
Like $1 an hour.
All right, next
oh
one.
my god, look at this next one.
Oh,
Next one
fuck yeah. That
crazy,
is
man.
sick.
This is
That looks
Wario.
like
So cool.
It's Wario dressed like Mario.
Oh,
This
he's
looks like
eating Toad.
What's it called?
This looks like a Rick and Morty
Rick and
version
Morty,
of
yeah.
Mario.
Yeah,
and Morty.
Rick and Mario, Rick and Morty Mario, because he's obviously eating Toad's
He's
head.
eating Toad's
and
head.
Toad is dead. Is crossed out eyes.
And he's all fucked up because Toad is like a magic mushroom, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Wow, what the
That's
fuck?
cool.
That's
I like
messed
that.
up.
That's probably, I mean, that makes sense because if you're going to get a tattoo, get something fucking crazy and make sure it's half decent. I mean, that's not like the most insanely professional
it's like
thing I've seen,
itchy
but
and
it's probably
scratchy style animation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
look
it
at his
looks like,
hands.
itchy and scratchy.
Yeah, his hands.
Like Cuphead.
Or Ren and Stimpy kind of.
Man, a Ren and Stimpy tattoo would be fucking hilarious. Like one of those close-up shots where they've got like the pimples and like the hilarious
Yeah, like the
detail
bulging
shots.
eyes and the veiny eyes, like the
Yeah.
red bloodshot eyes. Wow, well, those were good
fuck.
picks. Thanks, Pam, for the picks. Those are very funny.
That's funny.
Some better than others. Most terrible.
So we can move on to
Well-
game time, or you got anything to think?
Well, I got no capture. I just wanted to talk about my Mega Mods controller and how I'm very upset. I'm pretty upset here, Mega Mods. So I buy this controller, I customize it, all this shit, and when I got it the first time, I was playing. I was like, "This is great, yada yada," and then I could feel the square button sticking on the PS5 controller. It's a PS5 Mega Mods controller, and the square button was sticking, and I was like, "Of course, right?" But I let it go. And I got through it. I was playing still with the sticky square, and then I think I mentioned it last episode or the episode before it. The LEDs on the back were just blasting out, and something was broken. So I decided to send it back. Takes about 2 weeks to get back to me. I think they sent me a brand new controller because the orange is different colored. It's like a darker and like a matted finish versus my other one was like a little bit brighter, I think. And so I'm playing around with it. I'm like, oh yeah, finally, I'm back into Fortnite and Apex on the console, and I'm loving it. And then the L1 button sticks down. Fuck, man. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to send this back again. Like, I'm tired with it. I go to plug it in. I go to charge it. And the USB port on the back is like off. So it takes me to get the USB plug in there. I have to like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you have to.
Man.
Maneuver the plug.
Yeah, like before I could just plug the USB in, but now I have to like jimmy it a little bit to get the USB to stick and then finish the plug. Fuck. Mega Mods? No.
Get your shit together.
So
No,
what are
no.
you doing? You got to send it back again.
Do I want to fucking send it back again?
Well, it's fucked up. It's fucking broken.
So
Send
your
it
buttons.
back.
I want them to send me a new one first, and then I'll send mine back.
Yeah, seriously.
An advanced RMA, please, you fuck faces.
So
Fuck's
was
sake.
were your buttons not coming back up, or were they just like
the
delaying?
L1
in
button?
their
If I,
release?
because like you know, some people play on the edges of their L1s and R1s.
Yeah.
I go like around because my hands are gorilla hands, so they go around the controller. So when I'm
Yeah.
clicking on the inside of the L1 and R1, it'll stick. So I have to go like this and press the L1 button now. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like on the edge, so it doesn't stick, and it's annoying.
Right.
But that I let it go. I was like, I can move my finger a bit. But then
You
when I
know
went
what?
to go charge it, I was like, fuck, and then I couldn't get it in.
One little problem was like fine, but sounds like you've got more than one little problem with just this
Yeah.
one service.
So you
I'm
got to
gonna
mod
message
your
them.
own, bro.
Yeah.
Like me.
I'm gonna message them and be like, I'm not sending this back. You send me one first, and then I'll send mine back. I'm done with this shit.
Because then you're
And
out
if
of
they
controller.
don't, I'm gonna. Oh, there's gonna be so many bad reviews on all of their social medias. I'm gonna stop at least 5 people from buying a Mega Mods controller. So
And tell them to
That's
watch
it.
the Elder Trolls podcast though when you make the bad reviews.
like, watch it me rant on you and call you a bunch of
Check out their
I mean,
full review
it's-
here.
Like for the price you're paying, you know, you could buy one of the. I mean, those scuffs just came out. I think Battle Beaver. What the fuck is that? Battle Beaver? Is it Battle
Is that
Beaver?
what it is? I don't fucking know. I don't know
Battle-
what you're talking about.
Battle Beaver. Yeah, Battle Beaver controllers. They have
Are you serious?
custom controllers. And they sponsor like pro players. Like they're supposed to be good. But,
Really?
like Scuff has one now, PS5 one.
I'd probably buy the scuff if anything.
It's so expensive though. Although Battle Beaver might be a custom kind of place too, like Mega Mods.
I've never heard of them, but I'm not a.
Why
big
can't there
modder.
be one in Canada? You know, fucking Canada sucks.
We already covered this in a previous episode.
What? Why Canada sucks, or why there's no
Canada doesn't get anything. No tech.
No, I mean, like, why isn't there a company in Canada making custom controllers?
It's because Canada doesn't make
There's
anything.
not enough people, man. There's only 30 million of us.
Canada makes souvenirs. That's all they make.
Maple syrup.
And they're all like, yeah, maple
Barely.
syrup.
Quebec makes the maple syrup. Nowhere else in fucking Canada.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let us know. Keep us posted. And let us know what ends up happening after you talk to them about that.
Yeah. Maybe I will.
I'm sure our massive amount of viewers would like to know.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't have
Game time.
Game time.
Well, I was going to say, I still have a little bit of... You guys, just quick. I'll be quick. You got to get Lord of the Rings UHD and watch it. With your televisions, your
I
fancy
already
OLED
fucking
televisions.
have it, guy. I had it before you did, Gomer.
I think he's talking to me. I'm not spending $100 on that shit.
Well, I don't know. Did you watch it yet, Jonathan? Because I don't know if you've watched it. You have it,
Not
but you
on-
were waiting to watch it with Pam or something?
No, I've watched it multiple times.
Then Nathaniel,
on my
you
Sony.
got to
I'm sure
get
he
Lord of the
has.
Rings on UHD. And I'm curious what you think. Because, like, for me, it was a whole other experience. And the big thing being the comparison between the Blu-ray and the UHD. A lot of people were noticing with the Blu-rays when they came out, Peter Jackson and whoever else was putting like a green and blue tinge color kind of tone over the whole movie, and people were like, "What the fuck?"
I remember that.
Peter
Actually.
Jackson. Peter
What's going on?"
Jackson.
Yeah, and I never noticed because, like, I
On
don't
the
know,
Blu-rays, this is on the 1080p?
yeah. At the time, I never noticed. Whatever, it is what it is. But then seeing these, I remember being like, these look a lot different. Watching these scenes, I'm like, something is different here. And I remember this scene being a lot bluer. I remember this scene being a lot this or that. And they totally apparently scrapped those color mappings from the UHD. So I think it's a lot closer to what you're seeing or what you saw in theater. So it's closer to what Peter Jackson probably would have originally wanted for the flicks. So check it out because I'm curious what you think, and I think they're fucking awesome.
Well, you guys
Way
can
better.
get it for my birthday. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's
Well,
true, it is.
You can split
That
it. Give me
being
that $300 one. The $300 pack.
well, that's with the Hobbit, I think, right?
I don't know. It was
Probably.
fucking huge.
Because I think it's only
really
150. It's only 150. Only. But
that,
that being said, Daniel, I have watched it on my Sony.
Mm.
But as you guys know, I did receive my new television, the Samsung S95B QD OLED.
yes.
I have not watched it on that yet.
Oh,
I have
okay.
watched
Maybe that's what I was thinking. So now you got to check it out on that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I could do that tonight. But I mean, I had a nice TV before where I did watch those, and I did notice like they were fucking sweet. They're definitely way better than the Blu-rays, which I also own, and I owned the DVDs before that.
Yeah.
I have 3 box sets of Lord of the Rings on my
And
shelf.
the books are the same thing, right? The different versions of the books.
my
Yeah. So, but like it is sweet. There is always that debate though on, accuracy versus eye test. You know what I mean? Like I know what I like to see, but I also want to see what they meant it to look like. You know what I mean? So I'm
That's a
kind
big
of
one.
torn between the two. Like I want to see the film as it was meant to. As a creative person, I can respect that. But I also like the way some things look better than the way they would maybe, because on a fully calibrated TV, like an accurately calibrated, it's not going to be as bright. It's going to be a little darker. Okay, yes, the colors might be more accurate to what the theater or what it was originally, but they don't.
Yeah.
They may not pop as much.
Mhm.
Whereas Samsung tends to like push the colors up and make the image brighter just to make it look more appealing. I mean, that's just more appealing. So I'm kind of torn between the two. So I'm constantly fiddling with settings, like we were talking about this, like contrast enhancer, do I turn it on? it makes the picture overall brighter, but it doesn't give you the range that you would have, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
I
with
set
it
mine
off.
at low. I just tend to like it at low, and
just
it's
makes it
all pretty
brighter.
default to the ratings website recommendations. But I didn't really care in terms of going back to the blue and green of the Blu-ray Lord of the Rings. Like, I didn't really care about that. It wasn't making the movie unwatchable. It wasn't weird. But I just noticed when they took it away. That was the thing. When they took it away, I noticed it. I was like, this looks different than my memory, because I've seen them 300 times, the Blu-rays and the DVDs.
I did notice
But
that.
I think-
I was like, this looks just more clear and more natural.
Yes, natural. It's a good word.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that for sure. But I can't wait to watch it on. I want to see the fucking Balrog on
Yes.
the QD OLED.
That's what I was
Like,
going to
it's
say. Like,
hopefully
there
just
are
gonna be
moments.
so bright.
Yeah, there are moments in the movie where you're like, okay, this is where it really shines. You know, this, and that. I was going to text you all of them, but you'll just see them anyway. So, Nasty Nate, get on it.
Well, I don't think they're going to be releasing any more, right? So this is the last one.
Hopefully.
Are they going to, in a couple of years, are they going to release a VR edition?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to
that'll-
release a hologram edition?
That'll be for you, the
Fuck's
VR
sake.
version. You can get the VR version.
That's why I've held off so long. I don't have any of the box sets because they just keep adding shit to it and re-releasing.
Yeah. Shall we move on to game time now?
Yeah, do little with our faces or your drawing. Yeah. Daniel, you got to make a new jingle for that.
I'll do like a
Ding, ding,
1960s
bing.
Batman
Yeah.
thing.
Some 8-bit shit.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
All right. Well, what do you got?
I want to talk about something that came up recently. I believe it was a Gotham Knights. The video game was canceled for old gen hardware and was made exclusively to the new gen hardware.
Nice.
And yes, and I read on CBR.com their article titled "Why Canceling Gotham Knights Last Gen Releases is the Right Call." And they say, not only does it mean that developers won't be restrained by older hardware, but it could also help them avoid crunch, contributing to a much improved experience for both developers and players.
Nice. I'm actually going to play that game then. Maybe I'll get it. I think we should try that. That could be the first game, right?
I don't even know what
The
it
first exclusive next-gen game.
Possibly. Don't know.
Why wouldn't you try that?
Like, they canceled it because it was holding it back.
Oh, they canceled the whole thing?
They canceled the old gen game, so now they're just
old gen.
focused on the next gen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when it
versions,
comes out,
yeah.
I definitely would want to try that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully other developers follow in their wake.
We saw what happened to Cyberpunk. More and more next gen games are still getting released on older gen consoles. Is it time we let those consoles, I don't know, just fuck off already? Like, are devs holding back their games because they are told to make it available for Xbox One and PS4 hardware? Right? I don't
Could be.
want people's creativity being compromised or held back by corpo scums trying to squeeze more money out of the last gen players. I'm sorry. Like,
Well,
the
get
moment-
this. First of all, before you go any further,
Okay.
there are more people with PS4s
Yes.
and Xboxes than there are with PS5s and Series X's. So, fuck you.
That
No.
might change soon. That might change
No.
soon.
The moment they compromise an idea that would be revolutionary in a new game to make the player or take the player to new heights and like crazy shit, and then they can't because it won't work on the last gen consoles, and they're like, oh, there goes that idea. Like, fuck right off. Like, you've had 10 years. I know consoles aren't that easy to get, but like, I've got
What
like
if-
5 of them. Come
What
on.
if they put in all this, Unreal 5 engine and Lumen and FSR 2.0 and all that stuff? That should
Make
help.
them better.
Should
Mhm.
help the old hardware.
Is it even gonna
Yeah.
be able to run on the old hardware?
I thought that was the whole point of it.
I understand they're expensive, whatever. But it's like, if you've got a fucking full-time job, I don't know if you got kids or whatever. I don't care. I have a part-time job. I don't have kids.
Yeah,
whatever.
he doesn't
I'm not
even
getting
make
that much
any
money.
money.
I'm like, first thing I fucking buy is a new console because, again, this is what we do, though.
It's because your
This is what we
priorities
do.
are messed up.
A little bit,
it's correct.
but
His priorities are correct.
His dad would say,
But-
that's because you're a dumbass.
that's because you are stupid. But like, it is what it is. I mean, if you have the money, spend it. Save up the money if you really want it. Stop bitching and moaning about the fact that your
Yep.
stupid old shitty fucking console can't run a new gen game that's built for new gen hardware. Oh, I can't run it. This fucking game sucks, man. These developers don't know what they're doing. It's like, why don't you just buy a new console? Save a couple $100 from your next paychecks or whatever, and shut up about it and get a new console,
Yep.
and you'll be able to play it the same as I can. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Not
easy.
everyone can do that.
Well,
People
I know
have
that. I
fucking
realize
bills
that
to
it's
pay,
hard.
man. So come
Just
from a
save a little
guy,
bit away if you
30-year-old
want
man
it.
who lives with his parents.
Right now. I haven't always lived with my parents. I did live in the real world at one point for the better part of 10 years.
Yeah, and that's when you had like a broken ass PS3 and you didn't have anything. You couldn't
No, it
buy
was a
anything.
PS4. I had a PS4. It was a little
broken.
bit broken. A little bit. It
And
would
you had a
eject the
shitty TV
CDs
that
and
was
the
also
games.
broken. Your TV was also broken. So like,
I had
what
a
are you
720.
talking about?
I had a 720p Sharp that you gave me.
That was shutting off, and you were like, my TV's crapping
Yeah,
out.
but he was in school.
I was also in school. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so lots of people are in school and they have PS4s.
I know, but
Anyhow.
what I'm saying is, if you really want it, you'll do something about it. Just
You
like
take some
anything
student
else.
loans out and you buy some PS5s.
I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, okay? It's been 10 years. And the moment you go on Twitter and you start complaining that, oh, this game is so shitty on my Xbox One, like, yeah, it's going to be, okay? Like,
Yeah,
it's time. It's time to start moving on. Okay.
Xbox One. It's a fucking. How old is that console?
Like Cyberpunk got fucking owned because of this. It got completely fucked up because of this, okay?
yeah, for sure.
Halo was definitely made, like the new Halo was definitely made for the old shit. Like it looks like an Xbox One game. Okay. Like the
Yeah.
question is,
It looks-
will game
Looks
Yeah.
like the same as every other Halo game.
exactly like the question is, will games look, feel, and overall better if they are developed for next gen only, right? And I've read on Reddit, and there's a bunch of discussions, and yeah, there's a bunch of effects and different ways of developing things that they can't do because of the old gen stuff. And I think the big thing is everyone just believes it's so anti-consumer to leave the old gen stuff in the dust, right? And it's
Well, they
spitting
will
in people's
eventually. I mean,
faces.
they have to. They're not going to be
yeah.
like they did for PS4, PS3. I mean, but now it's because they introduce this backwards compatibility thing
Yeah,
and like cross generation that's just anchoring it and holding
it's
it
kind of
back.
pulling
Yeah.
them back. Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
Now
they
listen to
kind
this.
of fuck themselves with that.
Listen to
Yeah,
this. So,
naming it the Xbox Series X. You know,
yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
like it's very similar, and they're trying to tying it back. I mean, if they would have named it something new fucking console. This is a new console. It's next gen. You can't play your old fucking games on it.
Yeah. Like
I mean, people would be
Like-
mad.
check this out. So a former DICE developer said building and certifying games for a bunch of targets is hard regardless of hardware utilization. Okay, compatibility issues in SDKs and other toolings are a thing, as are staffing and infrastructure limitations. This isn't a matter of clicking an extra button to support 10 platforms, right? It's not easy to just be like, "Oh, I'm going to develop for this thing and then make it work on old gen hardware." You know what I mean? Like it's hard to do. And they keep doing this, and it's no wonder there's so many game delays. You know what I mean? I'll get to that later.
Mhm.
But John Lineman on Twitter, a guy I follow, he says, business-wise, I fully understand the investments and the desire to maximize potential customers. It's an absolute logical way of thinking, but I don't feel going next-gen exclusive is somehow anti-consumer, and I'm baffled by the instance that it is. It's the same technology in general. I wouldn't want to see TV technology stagnate to ensure that I remain happy with something I purchased 2 years ago. And what did they do with, I don't know, the NES and the SNES, right? You made games for the SNES. You made games for the N64. They weren't fucking backwards compatible with the SNES or the NES. You know what I mean?
Imagine
like, move the fuck on. Move the fuck on.
You're playing like an NES game on your SNES. Like, the graphics are horrible on this. It's only 8-bit.
It's like, this SNES game doesn't work on my NES.
As opposed to 16-bit.
What the fuck, man? This SNES game doesn't fit in my N64.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's just like
just hammering it.
Well, now it's broken. I say that. I thought I said this on a previous pod. I know I've said it to people that I know. I think I said something about like the Cyberpunk example is a great example because this is where I first really noticed it. But I said something like it's like trying to put a fucking VHS or trying to put a Blu-ray disc in a VHS player. It's like it doesn't work. You need matching tech with matching
or a DVD.
You know what I mean?
Like you want to play a DVD in high definition.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
DVDs weren't in high definition.
Work.
Exactly. Yep.
So yes, at one point, it is time to move on. All you guys listening and watching using your shitty Xbox One, fucking chuck it in the dump and save some fucking money and go buy a new console. If
save
you really
money
want
first,
it.
then chuck it in the dump.
I mean, I have a
Yes.
PS5. I have a PS5. I don't have an Xbox Series X.
I'm just saying, like, from an artistic standpoint, when we're holding back people's artistic endeavors and what they can achieve because they're trying to make stuff work on like older gen hardware, like, come on,
Yeah, you
you're
can't
holding the
please
industry
everyone.
back. You're holding it back.
Yes, but they're doing it for the people.
It's the consumer market is just so big, right? Everybody now has Xboxes, PlayStations of all different generations. Whereas back in the day, not everybody could get an NES or a
that's
SNES
true,
or whatever, right? So the market is so fucking huge now, and it's all so
Especially Xbox. Because how many different versions of Xbox One are there? Like, you have people with vanilla Xbox One still. That's how old is that? You've gone through Xbox One S, Xbox One X. Xbox Series S, Series X. There's been 4 Xbox Ones now. The 4th Xbox, although the new ones aren't called Xbox One. They're called Xbox Series.
just series.
Okay. But if you have a vanilla Xbox One, like, holy shit. Get a new console. I don't know.
Yes,
but like,
you officially
same
have
with
the equivalent
PS4,
of what
it's
I
so
had
old.
when I was in school and had no money. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Anyway. If you want one, get it. Go out and grab it.
Yeah,
There's
just
financing
go out and do
options. There's
Will the
all
prices
sorts
come
of things
down?
you
Oh
can
yeah,
do.
for like
Yeah,
instance, I went to the GameStop and I picked the Series S and I pay $100 every 2 weeks. No interest. Like,
I pay
Come
$40
on.
a month for a fucking Series X. Like, it's possible, people. Just do it.
yeah.
No excuses.
Xbox and Microsoft has made it very
there's
easy.
no interest. There's no interest on that. It's
Yeah, dude.
it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. It's like a...
There's
like
no cost. I mean, you have to pay for Game Pass
The
Ultimate,
Game Pass,
right?
Yeah.
But there's no interest. So, like,
in the end, I'm paying a little bit more than somebody who had just bought the console. Fine. I don't care. If I'm not noticing that monthly payment come out every month, though, why do I give a shit? I don't. In fact, I'm very happy playing my Series X.
Because and the Game Pass Ultimate, you get 100 games to play, right?
Yeah,
You don't have to
exactly.
buy a game with the Xbox.
It's a great deal.
yeah, you
It's
get
insane.
200 something games or 160. What are they? I don't remember.
Anyway, it's very easy now. Sorry, I
They
didn't.
just have to start pumping out the hardware. I don't think they're producing that much yet. Still.
Well, yeah, they can't still yet.
I did see a headline that said Sony expects to sell like plus like an extra 60%, like a skyrocket in 60% of PS5 sales, which it may
PS5 is already
imply that-
one of the highest, I think.
No, but it's still
selling
hard to get one
consoles.
though. No, I don't think so. I thought
Sure,
I was
it's
reading
like
it was still
18
hard to get
million
one, but
something.
Yeah,
that may
18
change
million were
soon.
sold, which is pretty
I
insane.
think more. There's got to be more now. That was a long time ago that I checked that.
Well, they expect like a
PS5
60%
sales.
increase in sales, which may imply that chip shortages are less significant now. We'll see.
Mm.
So get your new fucking consoles. Get out there.
Get the new consoles so you can stop holding us back, please.
You're holding back the industry.
Yeah, man.
You fucking pores.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Serfs. Plebs.
Wow.
Plebs.
Yeah. I told you it was going to be spicy. Okay. I don't know. Is that
Spicy.
considered a hot take? That's considered a hot take.
It's again, Jonathan brings up a good point. He said that, not everybody can just go and do it. But I still say that if you really want it, there's things you can do. So a lot of people may find that controversial.
I mean, they really want
can
it.
afford
They just
one.
can't do it, man. They got
Sell your
You can't
shoes.
buy it. It's hard to buy things
Rent
up
to
front.
pay.
I get like
Gas
$800 is
$2 a liter now.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's shit's
Yeah.
expensive, but everything is expensive. So it's like you might as well just pick what you want and get.
You
that.
only live once. Make sure you just enjoy it. Go buy your fucking Xbox.
YOLO.
You guys, you got something here? I got another thing that we can loop back to me.
I've got an interesting update here
For game time?
for
Are
game
we in
time.
game
Yeah,
time right
game
now?
time. Been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves. Yesterday was Community Day. I'll keep this short, fucking guys. Yesterday was Community Day, which
Daniel's
is
weekly
extra,
Sea of Thieves segment.
extra gold, extra rewards. But check this out: Dandalf the Wise will forever be remembered in the history tomes henceforth as pirate legend,
Wow, you hit it.
made possible by
Wow.
Community Day.
Is that
Yeah.
is that like what percentage of players hit Pirate Legend? Do you know this?
Oh shit! I have the achievement I can check at one point, but I thought it was only something like 2.5%.
Wow,
it's
really?
not a whole lot.
But
Again, I don't know if people know
Thieves.
that it's a thing. The only reason I knew about it was because Thrill House was like, Dan, I got to get you a Pirate Legend, man. So I was like, okay. But yeah.
how many
it was
Pirate
cool. It
Legends
was-
are there exactly? SeaofThieves.com.
I don't know. Okay, are you Googling it?
Yeah. This was
Compared
this was 4 years ago. Like, what the fuck is this?
While you're looking that up, it was cool. It was a lot more involved than I thought. I thought it was just you get to level 50 in 3 factions and then you get a commendation and that's that. But no, there was like a little initiation thing you have to do. It's very Goonies-esque. I don't want to say too much in case, if any of my buddies are watching, because I know some of them who watch or listen are also playing Sea of Thieves and they might want to experience themselves. But it was cool. There was a little initiation and kind of a spectacle. It was neat. But I've officially got the title up, so when people see me in the world, it will say Pirate Legend under my name for now.
Interesting. Like I said, I have something here. Hold on. Although more than 25 million sailors, this is from April 4th, 2022.
Okay.
So pretty recent.
Fairly recent.
25 million people have set sail in Sea of Thieves by October 2021. Under 4% of them have so far been inducted into the hallowed ranks of Athena's Fortune.
So that's what becoming Pirate Legend is. So that's me.
So 4% of players. So it's
So
quite
what's
the
that
achievement
number?
reserved for truly top shelf Buccaneers.
Fuck yeah.
So 4% of players.
I am not a math whiz. Damn it, Jim. I'm a musician. Not
So
a
it says like a
mathematician.
million people out of 25
Out of those
million?
25 or whatever. Yeah.
Is that 4%? Yeah. Times 4. Yep. Million people
Sweet.
out of 25 million.
I mean, it's still a
Pretty
lot of people,
good.
but I mean, when you really look at the percentage. Anyway, so yeah, there's a sweet achievement. We played shit tons over the weekend just because I wanted to make sure I reached it. We dominated a server a couple nights ago. We had downed 4 out of 5 ships in the entire server. And I think we just got lucky because some of them were just trading out and they were like, well, we're done. So we're not going to fucking fight these guys anyway. But we still killed them all and sunk their ships. And then yesterday on Community Day, when I actually reached Pirate Legend, we had a 4 out of 5 ships allied on the whole server. So that's like 90% of the server or whatever. Again, I'm not good with percentages, but
Can you see how
it
many
was-
ships are on the server and how many people?
No,
No.
no. But there are a total of 5, including yours. So there's 4 other ships.
There's always that many?
Yeah, right now, which is
Oh.
a
Okay,
maximum
so it's
of-
like it's just like a static like a standard lobby size.
Yeah, But the thing is, it depends on the ship you've got, which allows more crew members, right? So that could be 4 galleons with 4 people total. So the people varies, but the amount of ships doesn't. So you can have 5 ships per server total, and we're always one of them. So we had four of us were in an alliance just to get shit tons of wealth yesterday. So there was only one other ship on that server that wasn't allied with us. So it's cool. It's cool because it's always 50-50. You've got people who are just like, I'm going to fuck these guys up. Or you've got people who are like, okay, let's alliance and we'll just share the loot or whatever. It's great. So I'm officially Pirate Legend. And
congratulations.
Thanks.
Dandalf.
And now I work toward my commendation, my other commendation. That's going to take
You get
forever.
a special hat?
No, there is loot you get that is only available to you as Pirate Legend. You have to go to a specific location. So there's a whole bunch of different loot and titles and all this shit. And there's a specific exclusive Pirate Legend, like Athena's Fortune voyages that are only available to Legends. So I'll probably do some of those now, which I think are harder than like regular ones. So there is a point in becoming Pirate Legend. It opens more avenues of gameplay.
Okay, cool.
Well, Daniel, in your talk about top 4% of being a legend, being a top ranked player, Apex Legends has revamped their whole ranked system.
Oh.
And it's much more unforgiving.
Yeah.
It is unforgiving. And it's
harder
not real. It's not for the casual, not for the faint of heart, Harry.
No, definitely not.
Like, the focus is now more on placement, whereas before you would get kills. If you got, 10 kills, that's 100 RP. That's rank points, so that's what you rank up with. And, well, that's give or take, depending on the rank of the person that you killed. But in general, 10 points per kill or assist. You could get 10 and place fucking 8. Well, not 18th, but you know what I mean. Like 15th place, and you would still get, a lot of, like, almost 100 RP, depending on what rank you're in. But now, it's like, if you don't make top 10, the respawn said, according to them, they feel that if you don't make top 10, that's a loss. So they made it so that your kills don't even really count until you make top 10. So even if you get 10 kills and you don't make the top 10, you're probably still minus, or like minus a couple, or almost breaking even, which is crazy because before you would have had like a decent amount. You would have been like, oh, at least I'm positive. I'm moving up. No, not anymore. Even in fucking lower ranks, now costs more to get into the game because you have to pay. You have to pay points to get into the game, so you can go minus if you die right away. But now, even in silver's what? Silver used to be 12, I think. Cost only 12 points to get in. And even if you made it to like, I don't know, 15th without getting any kills, you would be even because you would just gain RP from placement up to 15th. You would be even. Now it costs 30. What the hell is it? 32 points to get into silver, which is crazy. It's like 3 times the amount to get into silver, and you can't get points unless you come like top 10, or you know what I mean? So it's harder. It's a lot harder to get the points because you have to kind of stay alive and really pick your fights. So they want to kind of just make the playing field more conducive to where you're supposed to be, because there were a lot of people who...
Oh, I was about to ask, why would they make it more challenging?
Because they want to make it more like the competitive system where like the pro players play in the
so it's
ALGS,
more for a matchmaking, from a matchmaking standpoint. Like if you, like, just because I did good one game, they put me up into this they bump me up into somewhere where I shouldn't be, and I'm like way over my head. Whereas this now controls that kind of thing.
Whereas but it's more of a play style thing because people there's a lot of problems with like the streamers and pros. They're getting stream sniped by people who just grief. Like they can get to masters. You can get to masters pretty easily, I would say, like before, as long as you play like a decent amount. But you're stuck. There's so many people like hard stuck at bottom of masters, which is 10,000 RP, and they just grief because they can't go down. You can't rank down.
Okay.
You can't rank down, so they just fucking don't care what they're doing in the game. They just play it like they play pubs, which is like just take every fight, doesn't matter, don't care if they throw their game, and they're fucking people who are actually higher. They're fucking them up, and they're just gonna die anyway for it. You know what I mean? But they don't care because they can't rank down. So they ruin other people's games. They ruin their own game just to either be on the stream because they're stream sniping, or because they don't care. You know, they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
But now there's ranked emotion where you can fall halfway down the previous tier.
Okay, cool.
So you
I'd
can't
say
play
it's,
like that and stay in Masters. You can't. You'll just get
Let's
dropped.
say that's a good balance. But like I was saying before, like if you're really good at the game, like you're insane and up there and you're really good and you're actually playing that way before and you're going around the map and you're being strategic and all that stuff, you're gonna rise higher than everyone else faster now, right? Just because of the way that you were kind of playing.
Like, yeah, our play style didn't change at all. Like,
Okay.
we played like that anyway. Like,
See,
I
now-
didn't play a lot, but now I'm going to have to play a lot more to get to
Yeah.
the same rank because they increase the amount of points you need for each rank. So by a lot. It might be equivalent like now, like whereas 7,200 RP I think was Diamond last season, Diamond is now 11,200 RP. Like, what's that? 4,000 more RP? That's
a lot.
crazy. Yeah. Like, I probably won't even play that much to be able to do that. So, like, there's no chance I'm getting that much.
There's
Like, 11,200 RP is more. Masters was 10,000 RP last. Like, that's way too much. Like, I'm not going to play that much, so I don't think it's really. So we might just like play only rank now and not even bother playing pubs.
Yeah.
Just because whatever, why not? But man, like I only played like 120 something ranked games, I think, last season. Which isn't a lot. Played thousands of games of pubs. And I only played 120 something ranked games last season.
Yeah, you
I
just
still
gotta
got,
keep
and I
going
still
with the
got
rank.
diamond. And I still got diamond. So like maybe just play only ranks. But another thing is solo queuing is going to be a lot harder if your teammates are just throwing or they're horrible and they don't want to play like the strategic game to get the top 10, you know. They're just going to fucking fall. But it might weed everyone out sooner rather than later, so you will get like you will be playing with people who know what it takes.
Say, it sounds like it's probably still, even though it's harder, for the better of the game. For people who do take the game seriously, you know what I mean, such as yourself, longtime players, people who actually care about, you know, their position and their rank. Because you're you're always gonna get those people that fuck around and don't give a shit.
But it makes me think, like, why do I care? Like, do I really care? Am I gonna play that much?
Why do we
to
care
get
about
diamond?
anything?
Like, it's only the third. But maybe it could be the opposite. I could play and go further than before. I don't know.
I think it's because there's a lot of pro gamers in the game.
And also right now we are playing with like Preds and Masters players because we're at the beginning of the season. So we're in gold already, which is like we're playing against Masters because got knocked down 2 tiers, I think. 2 tiers? They reset it 2 instead of it's usually 1.5. I think they put 2.5 now for this new style. So all the Masters got put back to like, I don't know, gold or something like that. So it's like we're playing with diamond. We're playing in diamond lobbies now, basically, and all the really shitty players are.
Yeah, like me.
And they made a new. They have a new rank actually called rookie. Below bronze. Yeah, there's a rank below bronze. So if you are bad enough to fall out of bronze, there is a lower rank for you.
Maybe I'll get in there on my PlayStation.
What do you mean? You were playing with us. We were playing. You're silver.
Oh, that was on PC. I was playing.
Yeah. Didn't we win? We won a game. Or we got like second or something.
Yeah, something like that.
No, I think we won. Anyway, that's my news, and
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is
I think-
funner though because
Yeah, I think it's
we
gonna
are
be
playing
better.
more. We're playing more. It's fun to get like we had a game last night, me, Shim, and Wirt, where we won, and it was like a competitive because like there was like 6 teams left in the last like little tiny circle, and we were fucking just kind of rotating in, and we had to be very careful of where we were even standing because there are so many teams left in that small area that they can see you almost from anywhere. So you have to like LOS everybody, and it's like, okay, we got to play here, and then like they're fighting each other, so you have to move in a little bit and get shots in. And I got like get
For
some
those-
knocks. Like I was the kill
Those
leader.
listening, LOS means line of sight.
Yes, line of sight.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
it was
didn't know,
fun. It was
so I
very
thought I'd
fun.
Clarify.
It was very cool.
Cool.
But that's what it's kind of more aiming towards.
I think that makes the game better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's going to make it better in the long run, I think.
A little more prestigious.
Maybe
I
more
think
tweaks. They might tweak it a little more because in ALGS, in the competitive thing, it's like you do get points for kills no matter your placement. Like if you rip off 10 kills, they reward you for that, even if you finish, 12th. Whereas in this, you don't get anything for doing that. So it's not quite like the competitive, but it's closer. Anyway, that's what I have for game time.
Cool. I have one more thing. About the FSR 2.0 that just got released on Deathloop for PC. So we talked earlier last week about the FSR 2.0, I believe, and what it could mean for the Series S in particular. So it came out on May 12th for Deathloop for PC. So the FSR 2.0 is the new upscaling technology from AMD. I've run some of my own tests and comparisons, and I've watched a few YouTube comparisons. And to bring it back to the point, this might be in correction. This might be in correction corner actually, but I don't think we'll be getting
episode?
that. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting that much of a performance boost like I was talking about in last episode, like the crazy amounts of performance I thought. I was so giddily excited for, but it will definitely make everything look better at the resolutions they're running it at. So, because FSR 1.0, which is being used in a few games now, is atrocious compared to 2.0. Like it's night and day with all the comparisons I've watched. You can check out if you want like the numbers and the graphs and the bars and all that stuff. You can watch the Hardware Unboxed. He does it all. He was like the first one out to do the comparisons. But for example, in Deathloop, the image quality on balanced FSR 1.0 at 2K resolution, okay, versus the FSR 2.0 at 2K resolution is very noticeable. Very noticeable. Like the quality, the image quality.
So upgraded from 2K to 4K with FSR?
So they set, I believe this might be in correction corner. So 2K resolution, when you're playing the game on 2K resolution, what'll it do? It'll bring the resolution down, enhance it, and bring it back up to 2K sharper and better looking, I believe. If you're on a 2K screen, like a monitor.
Wouldn't it just render in a lower one and then
that's what I mean.
And then upscale it?
Yeah. So
that's what DLSS does.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's a direct competitor, right? So if you're playing on a 4K monitor, okay, and you set the FSR 2.0 quality mode on the 4K, okay, I think it brings it down and then pumps it up to the 4K. You know what I mean? Brings it down, pumps it up.
I have a question.
Yes.
Then. So does this affect performance in terms of frame rate and all that stuff?
Yes.
How could it not?
Yes.
So basically coming back to our first gen console discussion, it's going to be useless for those people pretty much.
And I'll get to that point.
Everything
because you need the new hardware to do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Because you get the RDNA 2 from AMD.
Well, you don't need
So it
it,
affects
but I'll get to that.
performance.
So, for example, for more examples here, if you bring the performance down, sorry, I lost my spot here.
Today, Junior.
If you bring it down to performance mode at 2K resolution, FSR looks terrible to FSR 2.0, but this is where the magic might lie for the Xbox Series S. So, for example, another example, Hardware Unboxed did a comparison with an AMD 6700 XT, okay, which is like the lower end RDNA 2 card, okay, for PC. And the results were quite nice with ultra settings and ray tracing on using the quality mode, okay, on the FSR 2.0. At native 2K, it was hitting 69 FPS with all those bells and whistles, and FSR's 2.0 quality mode, which looks just as good, if not better, than native resolution, okay, brought it up to 99 FPS.
This is on Deathloop?
Yeah. That is a 44% improvement to FPS with no visible quality loss. No visible quality loss. Like, you can't tell me, unless you're Pixel Pete and like you're stopping and you're staring at like the railings or the chain link fences and stuff like that. While playing the game, you will not notice. Okay?
Good.
The PC equivalent to a Series S GPU, okay, would probably be an RX 5500 XT or the RX 6500 XT. The difference between the two being the RX 6500 XT is the RDNA 2, which is in the Series S, which this will work better with because it is the new technology. Hardware Unboxed released another video a couple days later looking at the 5500 XT, and the performance wasn't as great than it was on the RDNA 2 cards. Okay, so they were seeing around 24% performance
You mean
boost.
the performance difference? Obviously, the performance is not as good. It's not a good card.
Right. But it's also not on the RDNA 2 architecture. So it'll take that hit as well. So they were getting around 24% performance boost on all that stuff on the old generation hardware. If we bring in the 6800 XT, which is the card I used to have, which is like the higher end AMD card, okay, they were looking at 60% FPS boosts. Like it's quite good. It's going to be quite good. Okay. So I'd say I was reading online, and the closest card you're going to get on PC to an Xbox Series S with the RDNA 2 technology is the 6500 XT. And assuming, this is all assumptions because no one's done the comparison with the 6500 XT yet. Maybe Hardware Unboxing will do it soon, but I can't just go out and buy a 6500 XT and try it out myself, unfortunately. But from the numbers of the previous cards and trying to line it up, we're probably going to see about a 30% performance boost for the Series S without getting into too much detail.
It's a nice chunk.
Yeah,
All they need to do is get it to 120 FPS.
Yep. And a performance mode. The performance mode will most likely do that.
Now,
and
does
it'll
Deathloop
look better
have,
too.
Does Deathloop have DLSS as well?
Yes, it does.
They have like both.
Yep. And the comparisons that Hardware Unboxed does has the DLSS comparisons. And in some frames, the FSR 2.0 does look a bit better.
I mean, I could notice it in DLSS using DLSS. I notice it.
You can see the ghosting sometimes.
If you look far away, it's kind of blurry and mushy.
Yeah.
Like further away in the scene. I notice it for sure.
But when you're playing the game and you're into it, you're not gonna notice that shit. So when it goes on the Series S,
if you value the frame rate over
Yeah.
kind of that little tiny bit of blurriness, it just gives it a little softer image. That's all.
It's a toss-up.
But like FSR 1.0 is shit compared to 2.0. That's all it is. And we'll see the difference. Like now, your performance mode, or what we'll say is when you switch to the new performance mode that's going to come out, I'm assuming, when FSR 2.0 releases on the Xboxes. Your performance modes are going to be in FSR 2.0 now and not 1.0. So your performance modes are going to look better than previously. Because right now they nix all the good bells and whistles to get that performance mode working properly, right? So you're not going to get it ray tracing. The shadows are missing, right? But now you're going to have ray tracing. You're going to have the shadows in performance mode.
And it'll just look that much better in fidelity mode or quality mode.
Like you might not even tell the difference. That's the thing.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's huge. It is huge.
For those who don't know what FSR is, what does that stand for?
Fidelity Super Resolution, I believe.
Okay.
AMD's
cool.
Fidelity Super
upscaling technology.
Upscaling technology. I thought I would
upscaling
that.
technology.
In case we're throwing around all these acronyms and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?
Sorry.
What is that?"
I decided to try some old GPUs I found at the office. Bring them in, install Deathloop, try to get them working on these old GPUs. It won't work on a GPU older than 2017, 16. You have to have the DirectX 12 11.2 feature set. So if your card has the DirectX 12 11.0 feature set, you can't even install Deathloop.
DirectX 12 11.
Yes.
I know.
It's
hey, man, again, if you got old tech, chuck it.
And
Sell
that's
it.
why I don't think it's going to work on the old Xbox One, is because I don't think it has the 11.2 feature set.
Mm-hmm.
It probably has DirectX 12, but it's not DirectX 12 11.2 plus.
I don't think Xbox One has DirectX 12.
Oh, you don't think so?
I doubt it. When did Xbox One come out?
Nope. No.
Nope, I don't think so. No.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, on the record for the show, so what you're saying is those of us with newer tech and newer consoles have something to look forward to.
Yeah, but even if you have an older Gen 10 series GPU, like the GTX 1060, I believe 1050 as well, you will be able to use FSR 2.0.
Well, if you're a PC user, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't have an RTX card, or if you have even the 2000 series RTX cards, which had DLSS 1.0, which is shit.
Yep.
They'll be able to do this, which is good. So they'll be as good as, DLSS 2.0, but they can't run 2.0 because the 2000 series
doesn't have the So it's good for like 5-year-old cards, let's say. 5-6-year-old cards, yeah. Really good.
Cool. Sweet.
Yep.
I look forward to that.
That's it. All right, what are we currently playing, guys? Are you playing anything new? Did you spin up anything new? I've checked out Trek to Yomi, the black and white samurai game that came out on Game Pass. That I think is really cool. I love the whole art direction. I'm not super far in. I think I'm like 2.5 hours into it. But I like it a lot. The skill tree is kind of weird or like non-existent, but I just love the animations and the art direction, the choice of it. It's really nice. I'm playing a lot of Fortnite still, almost done the battle pass. I got like 2 more things to finish off that.
Hold on. I will talk back about this. What's it called? Trek to
Yomi.
310 to Yomi. 310 to you, Ma. I noticed it was kind of like remember those old games that had like pre-rendered backgrounds, like those old like Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It was like a background that didn't move. There was just a path through it, and you had to run through it. That's kind of what it's like. It's like that. There's maybe the path that you can run, and then that's it. You can't like go anywhere else but on the path.
Is it a side scroller?
So it's kind of not side, but it's not a side scroller. It would be like, all I can think of is Final Fantasy VII, where you're like running through,
Or Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, you're running. Yeah. It's like pre-rendered background style old RPGs where you just have a path that you can take, and it's just a linear kind of.
Is it
story.
top down?
No, it's like
I don't
front.
remember.
It's kind of like a side scroller, whereas it's like if front.
It's more
facing,
like 3D kind of side scroller.
but it's from the front. It is kind of a side scroller. Like it's
well,
not
it comes
above.
it comes different ways though.
It changes, yeah. It changes.
I saw the trailer, the gameplay. I just don't remember it at all. I've got to
It's
check
very like cinematic. Lots of like film green kind of. So
yeah,
it's like,
it's pretty.
It's black and white, so it's very stylized. So anyone who likes that kind of thing would be. I don't imagine it's a very long game either. Probably.
No,
I played the first couple chapters. It was cool.
Yeah. Huh. I looked it up on how long does it take to beat.com or whatever, that site we found. And then they say about 4.5, 5 hours if you're just running through the story. Completionist, you're looking at 8 to 10 hours.
Stylized is a good word to use then, because even Ghost of Tsushima had a mode called Kurosawa mode, who was an old Japanese director in the 1950s who made like spaghetti western samurai movies, right? So that's where that all came from, just as a tidbit of information.
Cool. Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Ramen westerns. They're ramen westerns.
Ramen westerns. Fuck yeah.
I've been playing a lot of new season 2 for Halo, The Last Spartan Standing, which is like the battle royale. Yeah, I know. I don't know what they're complaining about. They're all fucked. I was gonna say fuck turds, but
fuck tades.
Fuck tades. But like it's like a battle royale that squishes. It's not like a battle royale that we're kind of used to. It's like a gun game battle royale. So like in COD, the gun game, you kill someone, level up, you get a new gun. So whenever you level up, you get the new gun, and it like pushes the old one to your second slot, and it keeps going like that.
What's the final gun? Is it a throwing knife like in COD? You have to kill someone.
I think it's a sniper.
Knife.
You get a sniper and shotgun for the final. So people don't even level up to the last. They'll stay at the level they like, right?
Well,
so you can choose. You can choose to level up.
Oh.
So the first 2 guns are like the pistol and some electro pistol, which I like. But the level 2 guns are trash. I fucking hate them. So I'll keep my level 1 until I get my machine gun or something like that, right?
Oh, okay. I see.
And then I'll be like, okay, I'll level up to my machine gun or my shotgun. And that's when it gets really sick. But it's really cool. There's only like 10 people in the map. So the matches only last like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. But I've got a certain way to do things now. And if I get to my spot, like if people allow me to get to my spot, I can get like second place. Or
is there only one map?
Yeah, right now there's only the one map. But I've won like 3 or 4 now, which is
and it's only solos.
Sick.
Solos only?
Solos only. Yeah. And there's like there's these drop pods that have the power-ups in them. So there's 2 shields. There's the invisible shield, and then there's the double shield. So those are like key. You need to get to those. So you pick up the double shield, and no one can kill you. If you see someone coming at you with a double shield, you have to run. Like you have to run and throw grenades at them or whatever. Like you cannot battle someone with a double shield, or he'll kill you. But I've won like three or 4 matches, which is pretty sweet. I'm actually thinking of streaming it because I think I'm pretty good. I actually got a perfect game where I got 18 kills and 0 deaths. First place.
Wow.
Sweet. Yeah.
It would be the complete opposite for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm liking it. I don't know what everyone's problem is. Whatever. Fuck them. Now.
I didn't hate it. I played a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. It
Halo?
was fun with the guys, with the right people, your friends, whatever.
Yeah. I haven't played the massive battles.
That's why you got to come play Halo or Fortnite. It's easy. It's easy to pick up.
I'm loving Fortnite. Loving Fortnite right now.
It is cool. It is
now
fun.
Guys, last night I was just, gamer fatiguing through PlayStation Store. Through the PlayStation Store. And I saw this game called SOUNDFALL. Okay. And I think I sent you guys the link. Did I send you guys the link?
No.
Check it out here. I'll throw it in here. Take a look at this. I think I copied the link to a certain spot.
Here.
So this, okay, it's a whole new genre. Like, it's a top-down shooter, okay, music beat loot shooter, okay? So
Cool.
there's a pulse, there's a beat, okay? And you have to match your attacks to the beats. So shoot your gun to the beat and you get extra points. Or they do
Cool.
more damage, okay? The music is sick. There's a couple of tunes that you're just going through the level and you're like sprinting or you're boosting at like the beats. Oh man, it's so good. It's
This
so
looks like
fucking good.
it looks like
Did you press
one
play
of those
yet?
old Daft Punk videos.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we're gonna press play at the same time.
Yeah,
I
we're
already
gonna press
watched-
play. Oh,
I
okay.
watched it.
All right. I'm checking it out.
So like your attacks
Oh yeah.
go with the beat,
Cool. That's unique.
and it's 4-player co-op or 4-player online.
Now, are these like cinematics? These anime cinematics? Do they come in
In-game.
like at a?
Yes.
Really?
Wow,
Oh,
the world
cool.
of
Okay.
Symphonia.
Yeah. I
So
was like, I was goosebumping
that's
last
cool.
night. I was
almost like
fucking
those
Because it
little,
gives me the
uh,
same vibes as Gitaru Man. Because
Oh.
Gitaru Man started as some game that nobody's ever heard of, right? And so you never know.
This
That's cool.
was great. And they have, you can just go in free play. So choose a map and a song, go in and try to
Yeah.
hit a high score. And you get loot, different tiers of loot, like an RPG kind of thing. You get armor, mixtapes. Like you get these little items called mixtapes where they give you different abilities. Plop in your
Cool.
mixtape. Man, guys, I was goosebumping last night when playing this. I played it for
You were-
2 hours.
Is that like fist bumping?
Nice.
Goosebumping.
Goose pumping.
Goose pumping.
And like goosebumps all over myself. I loved it. I was having a fucking blast.
Okay, what platform is it on? Sorry.
All of them, I believe. It's not cross-platform, but it's on all.
Is it on?
platforms.
Is it on Steam?
Don't worry though,
Believe
it is
so.
cross generation.
Oh,
Don't worry
perfect.
about that. Well, maybe I'll check it out. So it's just you can play it all together as co-op too, and everything you said, eh? Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Is it cross generation? Because I only have an Xbox One.
Yeah, so it's not cross-platform, but it is cross-gen, yeah.
That's cool.
But
Either way, it's a cool.
it's like
cool
$30
premise.
though. I took the
You bought it.
for it. I had to buy it. Buy it. And
He found his
I-
new fix.
I do not regret that $30. It was
Sweet.
awesome. And I'm going to
That's
play
cool.
some
I mean,
more.
like they got
Cool.
a
Maybe I'll
reaction
check
out of
it
you.
out.
They did their job. They'd
What
be
did you
happy
buy it
to
on?
know that.
PS5.
PS5, yeah.
Okay.
Get it on
Is it
PS5 with the play.
hard? Is it difficult? Is it relatively?
So here it is. So there's a calibration that you have to go through, right? Because it's like, oh, here's the metronome, right? And it'll show you the metronome, and you have to click the X button and calibrate your eye to finger reaction time, right?
right.
Because what's
Did-
going on in the computer, you're not going to be able to hit.
Did
Because
Guitar
of the
Man have
lag.
that?
No.
I think
No.
it did.
No,
If I recall
your brain
correctly.
had to do it. Your brain had to do the calibration on a PS2. Fuck off.
There was just difficulty.
Guitar
modes
Hero
in
had it on
Guitar Man,
PS2?
as far as I know.
Not a calibration where you had to like calibrate in the options. No. This one you have to calibrate the video and the audio because there's an audio lag.
TU Guitar Hero had the calibration. Yes, it did.
Okay, well we'll figure that out.
Maybe Guitar
and
Hero
we'll see.
3.
Oh, Guitar Hero. I keep hearing Guitaru Man.
Guitar Hero
Guitar
fucking
Man
had
did
it.
not.
Guitar Man did not.
I think
No,
it just
Guitar
had
Man
give
did not.
difficulty level where it would just send less shit at you at once.
Yeah.
Because Guitar Hero had it.
Okay.
Mm.
Because the lag, right?
Yeah.
From what
Yeah,
you're listening and your
latency.
fingers, so you got to calibrate it. But once you calibrate it,
Well, no, it's for the TV lag. It's for monitor
and your
lag,
headphones,
I guess, but the
because
monitor
they do both,
lag is
right? They
gonna
do an
be-
audio, lag,
yeah,
and they do
same
a
as
video
Guitar
lag.
Hero. Then. Same
Okay.
as Guitar Hero.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But oh man, sweet.
Cool.
And it's like boom, 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 and I'm like shooting my
get
gun
that.
at the beats,
Pew pew.
shooting my gun at the beats.
Oh,
Fuck, it was good.
Actually, I'm just gonna listen to music and play Apex Legends like that.
Yeah.
And just shoot people to the beat and just lose every game.
But it's worth it, man.
It's like, man, that was fun.
But if you get off beat, listen to this. If you get off beat in Soundfall, you get weaker and you go slow. Like you get crippled in a way. And you have to get back on beat. Yeah, you have to get back on beat to get your points up and your power back up. Oh man, it's good.
Get back on beat.
Get back on beat, boys. Back on beat. But that is huge. It's good.
That's cool. Unique.
Couch co-op?
Yeah. 4-player couch co-op and 4-player online co-op. That's it for my what I'm currently playing.
I like it.
Well, we can go to nerd news now. We got to talk about this.
What?
We got to talk about Netflix, I think.
Holy shit.
I mean, the New York Times, I guess, had an article that says internally, like, people at Netflix have confirmed that they're being told that there will be likely ads by the end of 2022. And they're cracking down on password sharing. Again, they've said this before, but
you're paying for this service and they're ads?
Yes, but the ads will come in the form of yet another subscription tier, a fourth subscription tier that's a cheaper one, but would include ads.
Oh, okay.
Like, how cheap could they make this that someone would want to watch ads?
In the middle of their movie?
Like, how cheap do you have to be? $4 a month? $5 a month?
Yeah.
Like $5 a month?
I will take it.
Okay. You're not getting HD. You're getting standard def. You're not going to get HD. You're not going to get multiple profiles. So this is going to be a single device plan with ads for $5
$2 a month. $2.
Yeah. You could keep it. You can keep it.
Yeah. I thought you were saying they're going to add it into like the top tier, like the ads in my 4K.
No. Wow. That's apparently not what is happening, but it would be a new subscription. But still, it's that would be their fourth subscription tier. Their fourth fucking tier.
They got to think
Why did they even have more than one? Why? Why do you have more than one tier? Disney Plus has one tier, right?
Yep.
One tier. You get 4K, HDR, everything.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know about users and sharing.
And it just goes to the device you're watching, right? Like lowers the resolution or whatever, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Whatever.
Well, yeah, obviously it will downscale and do whatever, but like that's just they're canceling all these shows and like doing all this shit, yet they want us to pay $20 whatever it is.
Fucking $5 now, no?
After tax, I think it's like $23.
23 on my credit card.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
when
but
you're paying only like
business
14 for Disney.
Like the amount of money
is
less
than that. Prime's less than $10 a month, right? It's only $99 a year. Like it's so
they don't make first party content as much as Netflix does. You know what I mean? So that alone, like. Take for instance, I think I read that the Witcher show was like the episode cost. It's like $50 million an episode. Like it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Witcher Netflix episode cost, right? Oh, sorry, no, $10 million per episode.
I think Stranger Things was the highest.
Yeah. From what
like
you sent us a
million
list.
an episode or something.
Episode cost.
Stranger
Yeah, did I send you guys episode cost list?
Stranger Things. That sounds right. 30 mil.
30 million, I think.
Wow. Yeah. Well, no wonder they're fucking canceling that, right?
Yeah, and they're canceling it. Like, okay, because they lose subscribers. What? Because they have a shit fucking business model. Like, first of all, the ads thing. I think as soon as that article released, or there was a rumor that they were starting ads, they lost a shit ton of subscribers. Like last month, I think they lost 200,000.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 200,000 subs gone in the first 3 months of 2022 alone. So January, February, March. They lost 200,000. While Disney Plus increased 33% from the same time last year and is now around 130 million subscribers. But like, there's a reason you're losing subs. Figure it out. Like, change your stupid way that you're doing things. Stop canceling and removing shows.
They have to.
People watch.
Linus had a great clip on this, and they were saying that the amount of data that they're pressing out, like the bandwidth and the servers that they have to do to
50% of the entire internet traffic in the United States.
Holy shit. And that's got to cost money, right? It's got to cost money. Tons of money.
Well, the server infrastructure.
The algorithm, and the compression, the bandwidth, all that kind of shit that they're
but another thing I read was they're kind of figure out a way to reduce the bit rate, right, while trying to maintain quality, which will never happen.
Pied Piper. You need to hire Pied Piper.
So their quality is going to go down.
Richard Hendricks.
Yeah. The quality is going to go down for the 4K stuff. It's not going to be as good as other services because they're constantly trying to, spoof the bit rate or spoof the quality by lowering the bit rate in scenes that might not need it. Like, apparently that's what it is. Like, scene by scene, they're going to
Okay.
I have a question regarding the ads thing because I don't know if I heard it in what you said, but in terms of those ads, where are those showing up? Just in one subscription tier, like the cheapest, or are they going to be?
Yeah, the cheapest one.
So they're adding that option for really cheap, but you get ads.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
But like even the password sharing thing too. Why do you have the option of playing it on 5 devices and use multiple profiles? Like people aren't doing that in the same house. You think you have 5 people in the same house with a different profiles? No, they're password sharing. Why would you do that in the first place if you don't want password sharing?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of stupid, and
I
honestly,
think
you need to figure it out.
Now they're gonna they're gonna like really think about the content they're gonna put out before spending all that money. I think now because there's a lot of Netflix shows that are fucking trash, and they're like $5 million an episode. You know what I mean? Like some of these Netflix shows are shit.
Is it even sustainable? Is that sustainable as a fucking studio? As like how do you? But hey, they're the pros.
Literally
man,
everybody watches Stranger Things. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be their most watched show.
It's a
Spend
big one.
your money where the views are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't cancel because it's expensive.
Long.
Cancel the fucking Selling Sunset or whatever that stupid fucking show.
Oh man, no! Like, billions of people watch that shit, man. That's all everyone talks about.
I've never heard of
it. Selling Sunset. What's the other one?
Estate one?
What's the other one? The blind date one.
I don't watch reality TV. I don't know how many people like watch reality TV.
That's what people. Because this is idiocracy. Okay, It is idiocracy.
Those shows I thought were supposed to be reserved for cable television. That's cable television shit. Fucking reality TV on streaming.
Broadcast that on
what the fuck?
Like Survivor's still going. Fucking 30 years or something. What is it? 38 seasons or some shit of that.
And that's still not on a streaming platform, is it? As far as I know. Or is it on Amazon?
I have no idea.
Maybe like the first couple seasons, but it's still on the cable network.
Cable television for sure.
Ugh. Reality TV.
Like unreal, man. Yeah.
Just because
boring.
I guess
it's
you
boring.
gotta feed the masses. So sell Stranger Things to someone else. They'll fucking do it. Like make some money
The
back.
kids are getting old though. They're going to be 40 years old. They're still what?
No, I'm okay. Not talking about that. I mean, just in general. Like if you don't want to spend the money on like, are they going to cancel The Witcher? Fucking sell it to someone else so they do it.
Like, don't you dare. Well, have you Googled most watched Netflix?
How have they not?
Everybody watched Witcher too, though. Witcher's got to be one of the most popular series.
Stranger Things is top.
Yeah.
Witcher is second.
There you go. So what are you talking about? This fucking Selling Sunset bullshit. Like, fuck off with that. Who cares?
13 reasons.
Get rid of it.
There's too many shows. Remember when Netflix had like, I don't know, a very focused amount of.
Yeah.
That was before they even did their own stuff too.
Yes.
Like they just had movies and shows that were already. It's like, oh, I have all these shows and stuff that I can
Then they
watch
started making shitty movies out of their studio, right? Like how many Netflix
like holiday movies and shit?
Yeah,
why are
Hallmark
you making these? Why are you doing this?
Elmo watches all of those.
Like wasted resources.
So cheesy. It's nice to have during holidays. It's all it is. They don't
both during the holidays
that much. It's like $1 million.
Still, that's resources, and it's like you're spending your focus on that when you don't need to be.
Well, how about
You know
this?
what I mean?
How many movies are they going to get Ryan Reynolds to make with Netflix? Isn't he at like 10 fucking Netflix movies now? And they're all like,
Is he?
meh.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, come on, man.
Anyway,
That whole, like, yeah, whatever.
I
didn't even know
I would say that a lot more subs will be canceled by the end of 2022, and we're going to see Disney Plus.
Yep.
Really
Because
take
people
over.
want to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, but
That's all
also
people wanna do.
The quality is better. Maybe the app isn't as good, but
Huh.
it's another streaming service that's way better than Netflix. Apple TV.
Yeah, their content is getting good.
Their quality is, I think, the highest measured. I read something about like all the streaming services and like the bit rate of the video, and Apple got up to like 40 fucking megabit per
Wow.
second,
Really, eh?
something like that. on one
That's
of their
almost like
4K
that's a
streams.
Blu-ray.
Almost Blu-ray, yeah, like 60 to 100.
That's pretty crazy. But then you're going to get people who are like, with my, I got 25 megabit download bandwidth. Why does this look like shit?
It's exactly why Netflix is lowering their quality.
Because the masses don't have gig Ethernet or
But
gig.
they charge
speed.
you more. They charge
Yeah.
you more for it. Like,
Wow. Well, I guess we'll. I don't know if I'm keeping Netflix just because I'm not really watching much on it.
I don't watch
and-
it much either. Anyway, either.
me either. Pam watches. No, Pam's watching House on fucking Prime right now. I don't even watch
Yeah.
Netflix. Although I did
Yeah.
start watching Altered Carbon again, which is
Oh man, yeah.
looks
Good
real
shit.
good on the new TV.
Another
the point?
fucking show they fucking canceled too.
Why watch it again if we don't have anything to fucking go off after the second season's done?
Wow,
I mean,
what a
like-
great show.
Hopefully, somebody. You never know. There's always hope. Maybe another studio will pick it up because, like, it would be wise. Because why wouldn't Netflix make a contract to sign their shows off to another if they're gonna make a shit ton of money? Like, just let them fucking do it. I
They
don't
probably
know.
wouldn't make much selling rights. I don't know. Maybe.
Wow, there's always negotiators. That's what they're for. A contract to get the most out of the situation. Anyway, I don't know.
The next one is huge. Starfield delayed. Dun dun dun. Doodle-doos. So here it is. We've made the decision to delay launches of Redfall. I don't know what that is. And Starfield to the first half of 2023. This is Bethesda's quote tweet. The teams at Arcane Austin, who do Redfall, and Bethesda Game Studios, who do Starfield, have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires us all every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into the gameplay for both games soon. Thank you for your support.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Why do you think they're
I
They
doing
should
this?
scrap.
I'm okay.
They should scrap PS4 and Xbox One.
Yes,
Old gen
exactly.
shit. And they should just do it for next
That's I can fucking probably guarantee you this is exactly what's happening. Tony the janitor came in. He said that shit's not ready to go
On
the
One
fucking
X or on One Xbox
yeah,
Will that
One.
play
One
on
and
my
PS1?
Super Nintendo?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, maybe
then
we
the
should
guy's
make
like,
it backwards
"Oh, shit."
compatible.
I'm fine with
Surprised?
with delays, man, because because of what they said. I'm totally supportive of developers because I want their art to shine.
You know what?
When I fucking play it, I want it to be an experience. I want it to be good. So I'm okay with the
understand.
delays.
I understand. But what I don't get,
Understand.
don't even give us release dates anymore. Like, don't even fucking give us release
This
dates
game
anymore.
is
There's no
coming
fucking
out.
point anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? The game will come out when it comes out.
Exactly.
In 2023
Expect
sometime.
This game.
Like, yeah.
At
like,
some
stop
point.
giving us release dates. I'm
Imagine-
fucking
Get
done with
excited.
that.
Imagine they just dropped hints sometimes of like.
Well,
And then bam, it drops, and you're like, "Whoa, what's this new game in the store?" Like, download.
that's true. A surprise drop.
That would be fucking sweet.
Surprise
They did it with
drop.
But
Apex.
they-
Remember that? Surprise
but they
drop.
need
Apex,
marketing.
one of the biggest games ever fucking made.
Yeah.
They
Well,
need
I never
to
made, but-
create hype, right? But that's
So
why I
the
figured.
hype,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I could have anticipated they'll delay it because we haven't heard a fucking peep about Starfield, and they probably would have started marketing by now if it was coming out even the end of 2022.
Didn't we say that last episode? We're like,
probably
we haven't heard much. It's like coming out the end of the year. We haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Tony the janitor was right on the money.
Looks like crap. Not fun.
But like with the hype train, that hype train was getting full speed ahead. Like it was going, right? And I think they were like, oh, we need to pump the brakes on this one. No one wants another cyberpunk fiasco.
Good. Yeah, fine. Because I don't want another cyberpunk fiasco.
What fiasco?
Even though
I liked it. I played it.
Too.
I beat it. And I liked it.
No, the fiasco for the old generation hobos.
People, with PS4s.
Exactly.
Okay.
I just don't want to hear them complain about it. Because
you have an old
ruin
console and you had a poor experience? Oh my gosh. Yeah, same as if you're using a 10-year-old PC. You can't play new games. Deal with it.
Yeah.
And you know how you deal with it? You know how you fucking deal with it?
No, the developers are the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
But it makes me mad because it doesn't ruin my experience really, but I hate hearing hate aimed at the game and the developers that I'm enjoying right now. I'm like, no, it's not the game. It's not the developers. You're making me annoyed because I'm trying to enjoy this fucking game that's great, but you're aiming all this like misdirected hate at it. So it does piss me off, like by proxy, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they say it's going to be out first half of 2023. So that gives them up to an 8 to 9 month delay if they stretch it to like July, August. 9 months.
We'll see.
Probably can't because the issue is they probably can't get it running at 30 FPS 720p on the Xbox One and the PS4. That's probably what it is.
That's interesting.
Unfucking believable.
I never thought about
I'm okay with the delayed, but I'm sure it's because they're trying to get it working properly on the One and the PS4.
Which is what I never thought about. I never thought about that being the issue, the root cause of these delays. So yeah, let's do something about that and just because like how much faster can games be developed now if they got rid of, you know what I mean, if they stopped developing them older? How much faster
like I said,
could they
remember that quote I said before from the DICE employee?
Yeah.
Like she says, it takes time. It takes time to make it work with other hardware. It's not a flip of the switch, man.
How many fucking game delays have we had over the course of few years too, eh? With these
I'm sure, I'm positive. I'm not positive, but I'm sure that has to be because they're wasting too much time trying to get it working properly on the old shit so people can enjoy 30 FPS at 400p. Like, it's time to fucking move on.
Maybe by closer to 2023, maybe Bethesda will come out with an announcement being like, sorry, we're not offering it on older, just like this Gotham thing that you were talking about.
Yep.
We'll see.
But they're coming out with their June showcase. Like, I thought that was going to be about Starfield, right? Like, maybe it will be, and maybe they'll talk about it. Another thing that we're going to have to check into.
They probably have assets that they're ready to release to show some stuff, I would imagine. I had a nerd news. It's not much, but it is something that with the new.
Oh, it says it pissed you off. Let me hear it.
It pissed you off?
It pissed me off. It didn't get quite as angry as we've gotten about other things in this episode, but on GameSpot, I found an article.
GameSpot.
I was skimming through the articles and I saw EA gets back into Lord of the Rings games. I was like, oh, okay. I clicked the article. I start reading. It's like, to sum it up, EA recently announced its partnership with Middle-earth Enterprises. I was like, okay, that sounds cool.
What is that?
I think they're just like a Lord of the Rings based developer or like a studio that's going to focus on Tolkien-esque shit or Tolkien shit. So they aim to develop, get ready for this because it's a big one that we've all been waiting for, a new mobile game.
Yes!
Fuck, of course.
Did you see my face just now? Did you just see that? What happened? I was just like, it just, wow, perfect reaction. I was just like, not at all what I was expecting you to say.
Nice, I was like, gotcha. That was why I led up to it like that.
Just completely.
I didn't see it. I'll have to check that out. But that's my point. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, this is what gets me a bit mad because It's going to be called Lord of the Rings: Heroes of Middle Earth. It'll be a free-to-play, strategic, social, competitive experience. Well, okay, great. So I can play it on the fucking shitter. That's cool. When was the last time I played a mobile game?
Hearthstone.
But
the ultimate mobile game.
yeah, well, the thing is, like, I just get a bit annoyed when it comes to the Lord of the Rings stuff because we've got this new Gollum game coming out, which could be potentially kind of fun. I don't know.
yeah.
I've watched some trailers, I watched some pictures or whatever. And I appreciate and I respect the developer. I appreciate that they're doing something a little newer because, like, there aren't any games, I don't think, about Gollum or whatever. You've never got to play as Gollum. And there are some amazing Lord of the Rings games out there, kind of recent. The most recent being Shadow of War and Mordor,
Sick
or Mordor
games.
and War, I should say.
Those are so fucking good. Man.
I only beat
them.
the first one.
Oh, they're so good.
But
I beat
they were-
100% in both of them.
It was sweet.
They were sick.
But yeah, so they're trying, they're doing this one developer. I don't remember the name of them. Do I have it written down here? I don't think I do. I have to look it up. But I watched the trailer for the Gollum one, and I was like, okay, so he looks like the Gollum from the Peter Jackson movies, but he sounds nothing like Andy Serkis, which I guess is fine because the guy wants to do his own version of Gollum. But then why make him look like the film Gollum? You had a totally clean slate that you could have, I just find that there's very strange decision-making around Lord of the Rings games, very strange decision-making, because I think there's a lot of confusion and they want to tie into the movies a bit and they want to have it sort of related to, at least visually, aesthetically, Peter Jackson's world, but like, why? It's just his is just one interpretation of it. You know how many fucking interpretations you could have of Lord of the Rings? Like, it's not
like
just
that
Peter
Russian
Jackson
one.
People.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
That
book was like-
what was it? It was called
It was the
Last Ring Bearer. It was
in the
Russian
Mordor perspective.
Yeah, I
right?
remember that one.
Yeah, it was like the perspective of, like, from the orcs
Sauron.
and
the ring or
the
whatever.
dark side.
I don't think I remember that one.
I have the.
I watched
have
some
the-
old Russian version of Lord of the Rings or something that was really shitty.
Oh,
yeah,
no, not
you
that.
sent us
no,
clips
this is
of that.
yeah, no, not
Yeah,
that was
This is a
terrible.
book. This is a book that was written
Yes,
in
yeah.
Russian, and it was from the
okay.
perspective of the orcs, and how
Oh, cool.
and how, like, they were kind of the good guys.
I love
It was-
that idea.
It was,
I mean,
yeah, I never read it, but
it's
I have
refreshing.
the
It's
ebook
cool.
of it actually translated to English, but I've never read it.
Yeah,
But that
I
would
would
be
like to.
funny.
If there's an English translation.
I love it. Mobile game.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, like, I wanted to ask you guys now. So they're gonna make him look like movie Gollum. Do you guys think that less people would play the game if he didn't look like movie Gollum? If it had
Yes.
no sort of tie into the, because maybe that's why
because-
they'd made that decision.
Because whenever Lord of the Rings hit, right, that mainstream, it was massive. And not a lot of people read the books. A lot of people watched those movies. Okay?
True.
And then they read the books. And then when they were
That's
reading the
their
books,
Lord
they
of the Rings
pictured
experience.
the movie characters, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So now when you go to play a game, I think more people probably watched the movie than read the book. Like, I didn't read the books. It's way too fucking long. Why would I do that?
Yeah, your experience of Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
is the movies. That's how you know
Yeah.
the story.
And I'm
Right,
pretty
okay.
sure a million other people, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
I've
they're
read
going to
them all.
want to keep it,
and I've
more-
watched the movies.
more closely looking what the movies is,
Right.
just to attract more people.
Yep. So I was kind of on the money with that then, according to your perspective.
It would
in
have to
your
be
opinion.
something, like, if not, then it would have to be something
Yeah.
pretty special.
Yeah.
If it-
Right, but I guess that's what I meant by they had a clean slate. They could have done anything, but that's the decision they made. Whatever, that's fine. But I'm just such a massive Tolkien fan that sometimes I get a little fucking jaded by the fact that over the years, the gaming world's been, like, plagued with just subpar Lord of the Rings shit. Like, we still don't have a massive open world adventure RPG set in Middle Earth. You know what I mean? What?
That might be because the way the rights are working, maybe there's too many moving pieces that certain people can't work on certain projects, right?
It would just be a huge thing too.
Yeah.
Huge. Like,
No, it wouldn't though. If you really stop and think about what games have been released, what they've accomplished, Bethesda with the Elder Scrolls games, you know what I mean? They're doing a Harry Potter open world Hogwarts game. How can they not do a Lord of the Rings one? And so I
Like
think
a
it's
decent Lord of the
possible.
Rings one.
Yeah, and ultimately, I'm
you need
still
to have the
waiting
story.
for
You
it.
need to find the story in all of that lore.
They can do it. It just
There's
requires
lots
the
of
right
stories.
writers.
Yes,
and the right
it requires the right
developers.
people, which maybe
Are you going to
aren't
write something new?
available. Yeah.
Like, does it have to be based
Yeah.
on actual lore?
I don't really
Or-
care. I don't care what it is. That's the thing. Like as long as I'm playing in Middle Earth and I get to choose my own path and do my own thing, and if I'm tied into the stories of the books, fine. If it takes place in the Second Age, fine. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter if there's lore and it's making me feel like I'm in Tolkien's Middle Earth and it's not necessarily related to the movies, whatever. I'm still waiting for that. And it's 2022. So it's like, hopefully with the new show coming out, maybe it'll spark more interest. And I think rights are a little more relaxed now.
Yeah, they are now.
And again, EA is getting back into it. So maybe,
I wouldn't
I
trust
don't know
EA.
if I would trust EA to do it. Yeah, exactly. But
Big microtransactions, fucking.
Up the yin yang.
anyway, yeah, exactly. No, that would be. Never mind. I don't want EA to do it. Just find somebody else to fucking do it. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because with the new show coming up, maybe we'll see, and all this new graphic stuff. No Lord of the Rings game would have graphics like what they can do now. So who knows? It would be sweet, but I'm still waiting for it. And I can tell you that I'm probably not going to play that new fucking mobile game because like I don't play mobile games.
Peter Jackson smashed the roof with those movies. Nothing.
I know.
Nothing is ever. If another original idea comes out, it has to be unfucking believable. And no one. I don't think it's gonna get done. Like there is nothing that's gonna beat the Fellowship of the fucking Ring.
In terms of movies, you're saying?
In terms of a Lord of the Rings experience. You know what I mean? Like
You can't.
like an entertainment experience.
In my opinion, though, you can't touch that. But if you think about those movies, though, and this
Maybe I'll
is
watch it
related
tonight.
directly.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
If you think about those movies, and it directly ties into the games too, though. When you've got concept artists like John Howe and Alan Lee who did Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films, that contributes a big part of the art direction, man. It's not just Peter Jackson's vision. Like, yeah, Peter Jackson directed and he approved everything, but John Howe and Alan Lee designed the armor. They interpreted the armor and all the look of all the cultures and all this stuff. And when you've got concept artists like that, it's possible. Even in the video game world. Like there's also another guy, Ted Nasmith. He's a great Tolkien artist, and I've emailed with him back and forth. And he was invited to like conventions and shit. And he was asked to do the movies. He was asked to be part of it, but he couldn't because of other commitments or whatever. So when you've got these people on your team, it's possible.
Which brings me back to the point I made, though. Like, there's people that can do it, but like I said, it's probably hard to get these people that are really good at interpreting Lord of the Rings shit. So they settle for, I don't want to put down these people, but they settle for a little bit less, and we get is a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So.
I don't want to trash talk those. I'm sure they're better than me. All they do. But like it's comparing to that bar that's been set. And when you keep releasing Lord of the Rings stuff, it's going to have to be fucking good.
Yeah, and
what they should do is they should make a committee of real fans,
called the
not
Council
those
of Elrond.
influencers like this stupid Amazon like thing did, like actual fans, like this Nerd of the Rings on YouTube.
Yeah,
guy's amazing.
Example.
Get this guy. He's on the council. Call it the Council of Elrond. Get him on there. Bring in like these artists that you mentioned, maybe a couple of them. Then again, who decides who's on this?
Yeah.
Who has this?
I don't know, man.
It all depends what studio has money. Because I mean, the thing is, I don't think that Alan Lee and John Howe would be like incredibly expensive just because they worked on Tolkien's movies. Like these people are accessible. They're not celebrities. They're not actors. They're not. You know what I mean? They are contactable. You can commission them to do things. So I don't think that it would be unattainable. It just depends on the studio and who's
what about
involved.
the family too, though? Like the Tolkien family has to have a huge say in who's working on what. No,
Maybe, yeah. I guess.
That's what I mean. There's so many moving parts for Lord of the Rings projects. Like,
So that was my little rant for
rant.
Nerd News.
That this is going to wrap up our longest episode ever.
Longest episode.
But for the listeners, I think the most important question here is, do you think developers should stop making games on PS4, on Xbox One? Does that include Switch? Because you got to...
No, like, not that they don't have to stop making games on those platforms. Because there's games that just come out for PS4 and Xbox One. I see them all the time on the stores. It'll have the little thing, right?
For
like, if you're making a next-gen game, just do you guys believe that they shouldn't be making it with the Xbox One and PS4 in mind?
Mm-hmm. So. Also, what are your thoughts on the Netflix thing? Are you would you pay for a fucking service with ads? Are you gonna pay for a streaming service that shows you ads? I would not.
Just watch YouTube at that point. I mean,
like YouTube.
Yeah,
that's like watching YouTube. It's
Watch
free.
I'm watching a lot more
It's
YouTube
free.
recently. I'm watching a lot more YouTube recently.
The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Part 1. YouTube.
On YouTube.
10 minutes.
It's like in 10-minute intervals.
It's good talk,
Let us
boys.
know.
Good discussion.
Reach us on Twitter, YouTube comments,
Instagram.
Anywhere.
Follow us on Instagram,
Whatever.
Facebook.
Let us know, and ciao.